Hi guys, today we're going to talk about 5 key takeaways from my birthing experience. These are topics that aren't often spoken about openly, especially in Sri Lanka. So let's give it a go. VBAC, or vaginal birth after a C-section, is the first thing we're going to talk about. Right off the bat, you have a 60 to 80% chance of success, which is really great, but there are risks involved. There's 1% chance of uterine rupture. Uterine rupture is when your uterus opens up from where your C-section was previously done, but there's only 1% chance of this happening. So VBACs are rather safe. However, your VOG might advise against it if they feel that you're not a suitable candidate for a VBAC. For instance, if you have high blood pressure, preeclampsia, if your BMI is over 30, if you are over 35 years old, and if you've had a classical or vertical incision during a previous C-section. So I would definitely suggest walking or staying active to encourage a normal delivery after a C-section. I didn't do any extra exercise, but I do have a 2-year-old toddler to run after. There are 2 more extremely important points. Number 1 is that you cannot go for an induction if you're doing a VBAC. Your VOG will decide the safe time period, say 2 or 3 days past your due date, to wait until the baby comes. But if the baby doesn't come by then, you have to go for a C-section. There's no other option. Number 2 is no waiting. So unlike a normal delivery where you wait until the contractions are so many minutes apart to go to the hospital, for VBAC you have to rush to the hospital as soon as you start feeling contractions. So use your birth plan as a summary of all the information that your medical practitioner might need, like your name, your husband's name, your due date, your medical history, your allergies, and your preferences, the delivery method that you prefer, how you would wish to have your pain managed, and any other factors that are important to you. For instance, some mothers like to listen to music during labor, some would like to listen to Pirit. So writing the birth plan itself might help you think about what you prefer in the labor room and during your birth. And many moms don't think about these things ahead of time and regret it later on. So do some research and get the information about choices that you have and decisions that you can make beforehand, and write it all down in your birth plan. Unless you're having a C-section, for a natural delivery, I always think that the choice of an epidural is a very personal one. If your choice is to go as natural as possible and experience all the pain that comes with it, go right ahead. All power to you. But if you're scared of the pain, which is completely normal, you can get an epidural. I had an extremely painful experience the first time around with my NSAID allergy. The recovery period was extremely tough, so this time I wanted it to be as painless as possible, so I opted for an epidural. So the choice is yours. An episiotomy is a small cut made by your VOG at the time of delivery to help deliver the baby with ease. Medical practitioners do say that the episiotomy is done to prevent unnecessary tearing, but this is a disputed fact. However, your choice in this matter is that you can ask your VOG not to carry out an episiotomy unless it's absolutely medically essential. This is what my VOG had done as well. I had mentioned it in my birth plan, and he allowed me to push and make several attempts before he carried out an episiotomy, which was actually medically necessary in my case. So there are things that you can actually do to help prevent an episiotomy. There are exercises and massages that you can do to help improve the elasticity of your body. Google a little bit and you'll find out a lot more about this. There is also prenatal yoga available in Sri Lanka. I think it's at Prana Lounge. I will check and mention the details in the description box below. So like I said before, you do have a lot of choices when it comes to your delivery, which you've not thought about before. Think about these things and talk it over with your medical practitioner, and they will be a lot more receptive than you think. If they're not, you do have the choice of speaking to another doctor before you go ahead. So good luck to all of you moms out there. I hope I've empowered you to take charge of your birthing experience and encouraged you to do some research and learn more about what choices you have and what you would prefer in the labor room. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'll see you again in another video next week. Bye.